Jen here. So today we're going to make a tablecloth wreath using the 14-inch wire frame from Dollar Tree, and then this really cute sign. It's new to Dollar Tree right now. It's this one is the raspberry lemonade, and my Dollar Tree had several different flavors, if you will, but I thought this one was really stinking cute, so we're going to use this one. And then to match those colors of the sign, I picked up 4 colors of tablecloth. So I have a light yellow, a dark pink, a light pink, and white. And then we're going to add some ribbons. And I just went through my stash to see what I had. So you can use whatever color ribbons that you have that will match your tablecloths. So I have from the Dollar Tree is an Easter ribbon. It is a kind of a sheer satin pink. And then this one did come from Joann Fabric a couple years ago in their Easter stuff as well. So don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and don't forget the little bell for notifications so you always know what I have coming out fresh and new. Alright guys, for the tablecloth wreath, the simplest thing to do is to open up your Dollar Tree tablecloth, and then you're going to cut about 1.5 inch strips. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but I find that if I slide my scissors kind of like you're doing wrapping paper, that you don't get those jagged edges. So I'm going to do a couple of these for you. Okay, so then there's one side that's folded, so I just kind of stack those up. And the easiest thing to do instead of cutting them all apart, honestly, is just to snip it off. Then you're going to fold them in half. And you're going to cut them in half. Now, I am not going to put these as a petal or anything like that. I'm just going to leave them as they are. That way, I get that kind of rag look. So I'm going to do some pink real quick so I can show you kind of how I'm going to tie these on. I'm about halfway done with it actually already, so I'm at a good spot. But you just line those up. Trim off the top so that you cut off the part where it's folded. Fold it in half. Cut it. Now what I like to do is I like to lay out several because you want to tear these apart or pull them apart. So I usually just kind of, and this is probably the most tedious part because they stick together. But I just kind of lay them out like this. Really sticking together here. And I am putting my pink and white together, and then my light, or my dark pink and my white together, my light pink and my yellow together. And it doesn't matter, you can do it however you want. But you just kind of lay them out. This is what works easiest for me. Okay. Then on the wreath, which I left on the other side of the room. Hold on a second. Okay, on the wreath, you can see I've got quite a bit done here. I find the easiest thing to do is to go in vertically. So I'm not putting any on the outside ring because as you can see this is rather full and you can't even see that ring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead with the pink and the white, and you're just going to tie it like you're tying your shoes. And that's going to go down to the next one. And you could go all the way around if you wanted. I just find it easier to go up and down. Now the one thing you want to make sure is that you don't pull super tight because this will stretch. So do that, and then I would go in my next colors, the yellow and the pink, and go 3 there. So you just fill this up until it's squished. You can see the back here. You can see how many I've put. You can see how many I've put on here. So you just squish it until it's full. And then we're going to put our sign off to the side so you can see that we are almost done. Okay? Isn't this going to be cute? I think it's going to be awesome. So we'll finish up with the, I want to say they look like rags, don't they? With the tablecloth, and then we'll add our ribbon. Alright, so I have my wreath all filled up, and now I'm going to put ribbon in. So I have my ribbon, and I decided just to use one color ribbon because I thought this one had so many colors in it that it would be good. So I'm going to cut my ribbon at 7 inches, and then I'm going to dovetail it. So I'm going to fold it in half, fold it in half again, and then on the folded side, I'm going to cut a little triangle, and that gives me that nice dovetail. Then I'm going to take a pipe cleaner and just put it in the middle, pull it tight, and twist. And this is what we're going to use to attach the ribbon to the wreath. So I already added in a couple other ribbons, and I kind of want to show you what I'm doing here. So you can kind of see how they kind of go like this. So what I've done is I went in the middle of the second ring, then I went to the crossbar, to the middle, to the crossbar, and I'm going to go to the middle again. So I'm just going to flip this over, find about the middle, stick my pipe cleaners in, turn it over, and then twist. And then I'm going to trim my pipe cleaners off. So you can see, I use these green pipe cleaners on purpose. You could see them. So it kind of goes almost to the middle, to the crossbar, to the middle, to the crossbar, to the middle. And I'm going to keep adding ribbon until we get to the top. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is add in our sign. So I'm going to take off the string here, and then I'm going to save this because I love that these still have these plastic pieces on them, so we'll save that for another project down the road. And then what we're going to do is use some pipe cleaners to attach the frame. So I'm going to pull out some pink fuzzy ones I've got here and my stapler, and we're going to just staple across the pipe cleaner. That one didn't go in very well. There we go. And then I will also cover these staples with hot glue just to make sure that it stays put. Alright, so I'm just going to cover this pipe cleaner with some hot glue, and then we'll let that dry. That's just going to help hold this pipe cleaner in place a little better. Now the other thing I was thinking about doing is putting a bow onto the handle of the lemonade. So what I'm going to do is make a little bow. So this is a really, really easy and almost like a cheat way to make a bow. So I'm going to, this is my loop, how big I want my loop to be. So I'm going to fold that in half and then cut. So then I'm going to take this piece and fold it into the middle and into the middle again. Okay? Actually, let me cut another piece the same size. So this ends up being about 10 1/4 inches long. So we want to have the outside facing out, and this ribbon is double-sided, kind of. So I'm going to fold this into the middle, fold this one into the middle, and as you can see, I have a little loop here. I'm going to put a little hot glue, one little dot. Like I said, this is a cheat. It really is. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. I'm going to fold it in. Fold it in. Make sure they're about the same size. Yep. Do a little dot of hot glue. Okay, then I need a smaller piece. And what we're going to do is wrap it around this. Okay, so that will fit. So what I want to do first is I want to make a tiny slit in the middle on both sides. Just a tiny, tiny slit. Okay? Then we're going to wrap this around. I'm going to put a little dot of hot glue. Put down my first piece. And then this piece, we're going to kind of scrunch this up. And add the next piece. Okay, then I can fluff out my bow pieces here. Okay, now this is a little on the long side, so I'm just going to trim this off. No big deal. So I've made almost like a little bow tie, if you will. And those slits help it so that we can move these pieces around. Now, I am going to add a little tail. Like I said, it's a cheat. Because what I'm going to do is take another piece of ribbon. Excuse me. I'm going to fold it, dovetail the ends, and on the back of this, I'm going to glue these on here. I know, it's such a cheat. I do have a bow maker, and I've tried to make bows with it. I am just not successful. So, this is my cheat. And it looks adorable. So on our little thing here, I was thinking about putting it somewhere around this area. Maybe up here even. It's kind of cute. And that'll cover up that hole too, which is good. So I'm going to put a little hot glue right there. Whoa. And put my little bow on the corner. And I think that'll bring in all my colors together. Okay, now all my glue on this is dry. My bow's almost dry. I'm going to give them just a little bit more glue in the corner here. There we go. So here's our finished wreath with the ribbons, and this guy's going to go right here. So what I'm going to do is pull these up so they can slip through. I'm going to put them around the two inner rings on the top and the bottom. Flip it over. And we're going to tie this down tight. And that's it. So the next thing we're going to do is put a hanger on the top. So what I'm going to do is just take this extra pink pipe cleaner and loop it under cross them, twist them, and there we have our little hanger. So I'm going to go hang this up so you guys can get a better look at it, but this is what it looks like. It's so cute. Alright, the next one will be of it hanging up. Alright guys, so this is how it turned out. So stinking cute. I'm in love with it. I feel like it just oozes summer. I hope you guys have liked this video, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell for notifications. Until next time, keep on crafting!